Welcome back to Weekend Movie Bros,
That's the
where
most quietest one you ever done.
I am Jacob, and that is Idiot, and we are watching.
I was trying to do
We,
a prayer noise.
no, we're watching Prey, which is the prequel movie. I don't really know what to call this. It says sequel in the thing that I'm looking at, but that can't be right because this is set 300 years.
Actually, I can confirm it is because in Predator 2, the Predator's mask in this movie is in the Predator ship.
So it's a prequel.
It's a prequel, not a sequel.
Okay, well, Hulu says it's a sequel.
It's a prequel.
Okay, well, there you go. I haven't even seen the trailer for this movie, so
That's exciting.
I don't know anything. This is my first of two movies that I know nothing about that I'm seeing this weekend.
Is the
So
other involving bodies, and bodies?
it does, yes. What a weird
See how I did that?
coincidence that you would know that. Very odd.
Well, knowing you and A24, it kind of made sense.
Yeah, honestly, I saw the actors and I was like, I'm gonna go see that. And I didn't click on it. This I actually had no plans of watching. Before we get into this, I want to give some context. Zachary can talk about his love for Predators. I'm going to talk about my hatred for them, and then he can talk about his love. I feel like it's better to go in with happy news than to go in with bad news, is my opinion on the subject. I fucking hate Predators. I mean, I hate them with such a strong passion that I'm literally going to this movie for two reasons, and none of them are Predators. I've heard she's really good, even though I'm pretty sure that by the end she's not a Mary Sue, but a lot of this movie she is a Mary Sue, which is fine. It's what it is. It's an action movie with a predator, and I can't really expect too much. Second thing is
Wait till you watch the movie to make that.
Exactly. I'm just saying, based on a lot of reviews, which is a lot of reviews. A lot of people have reviewed this movie. The second thing is it's obviously the fact that there is not a lot of Native American movies made, especially Native American movies shown in the light of them being great people. A lot of movies are shown either from the white perspective of someone coming into the town or whatever and solving a crime. Wind River is phenomenal, but that's a very good example.
Yeah.
They're shown beautifully there. There's nothing there. The bad guy isn't even like a part of
a good movie.
It's a good movie. It's very disturbing.
Yes.
Then you have other movies that most people know of Native Americans, which are Westerns, which paint them as the villain every single time, 96% of the time. Not every movie. I'm not saying every movie, but a lot of movies. Yes.
Are the Twilight werewolves Native Americans?
They are Native Americans. It's a great question. I'm glad you brought it up. The Twilight characters are a bit of a gray area because on one note, Stephenie Meyer, who is white, decided to grab legends and that were real stories and make them seem like these are werewolf legends, which is wrong for a lot of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a gray area. It's great for the actors, and they never betrayed anybody in a bad light. I don't think in Twilight movies.
My favorite character is one of them. He's the friend of the father. What's his name? I forget.
Yeah, I can't think of his name either. It's been a long time since I've seen Twilight.
You know what I'm talking about,
I know
right?
exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. And so there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the idea behind it is wrong. So that's a great example though, because once again, it's Hollywood or just I guess fiction in general, doing something with the idea of Native Americans without actually doing the thing.
Would you consider Pocahontas being a negative light or not?
Pocahontas, I would say, is a negative light, just for the over-sexualization of Pocahontas, and also the same reasons as Twilight, I would guess in the same way. It's not the exact honesty. Pocahontas was 13, and they did really bad things. Pocahontas did not have a good time. That movie, Disney was like, here's a fable. No truth. Okay, so those are the two reasons why I'm excited to see the movie. I heard it's kind of gory. I'm always in for a good gore fest. Lots of people are probably going to die. I'm into that as well. Now let's talk about why I hate Predators for a minute. I fucking hate them because I find them boring as shit. I get it. There's something scary about not knowing where your killer is coming from because, they're invisible. But also, I find it so boring, and also I find it so cheap. which I get it. The first movie was really cheap. Part of the reason why they're invisible is because it was cheap. I get it. It's a good gimmick. I'll give it to you. But that does make me nervous. I'm a little afraid we're walking into a nature documentary, which is fine. I'm just curious to see how this goes. The only Predator movie I've ever enjoyed was Predators, which is the one that
I
came out
love,
before this in like
love.
2013.
No, that's not. No, there was one more before. There was one after Predators before this came out. So
Yeah,
everybody
that's
forgets about it.
2018. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the one before that because I
Yeah,
hated that one.
Predators.
That one had a lot of
Yeah,
problems.
that was terrible. Ugh.
Then Predators,
Has Adrian Brody and Topher Grace.
that was a movie that I watched that I forgot was a Predator movie. Fun fact, Predator actually doesn't show up in that movie until like 50 minutes in. It's amazing. I highly recommend the experience. And then the Predator showed up, and then I was like, God fucking damn it. That was one of those movies. I've talked to Zachary about that.
Predators doesn't get enough credit. I absolutely adore that movie. So Jacob doesn't like Predators because they're boring.
I truly believe they're boring.
For me, when it comes to monster movies, they have to give me a good lore behind the creature for me to get behind the story. And I think where I don't love Predator 2 as much, I think Predator 2 gave me more appreciation for the lore behind why the Predators are the way they are, especially also given the fact of how they tie. I don't love the AVP movies, but the way they tie the Predators into the aliens makes that interesting as well. However, what I'm excited about with this is that this is, from what I understand, this is the first time a predator has stepped on our planet in the entirety of them looking for something to hunt. And I am very curious to see how a predator would react to seeing humans beforehand. Like, they are so above when it comes to weapons. And at the time, all we had was a bow and arrow and a stick. And, they have pull casters, they have the dual blade, they have the songs on staff, they have,
And
a
I
vibe
think
shield.
I think it's also interesting because I'm curious to see what all they will have in this movie.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm sure they're going to have their signature blade based on this poster. They do
Yeah.
have the blaster of some sort. I don't really know what that's called, but based on because
that's not the gun.
That's the 3 dots in her eyes I'm talking about.
Which poster are you seeing?
The one of her face. It's John. She has the green across.
For me, for me, all I see is I clicked on a different version. All I saw for me was the back of the Predator with his blades out.
That's the main one when I click on Hulu. When I actually click on the movie, it shows her face.
So when you I know that the pull caster's in this movie, but on the other shot where you see him standing in the cave, that's not the pull caster. That's a different weapon that we've never seen before. So, and if I love this movie, which I think I'm going to, because like Jacob said, I watch Predator every year. I watch Aliens and Predator. Those are the two of the franchises that I watch every year. Aliens is my favorite sci-fi action movie ever made. And ironically, Predator is my favorite buddy comedy ever made. Don't ask why, but it is. It's also my favorite Schwarzenegger movie of anything he's ever done. It's my absolute favorite Schwarzenegger movie, more than Terminator. I love Dutch so much, and the final fight between the Predator and Dutch at the end is just gets your adrenaline going. I love the entire concept of it. Predator 2, we don't talk about it. Gary Busey, what a moment. Predators, underrated movie. I think the kills in that movie are awesome. The showdown between the samurai and the Predator is fantastic. The dogs are awesome. We don't talk about Shane Black's The Predator. I just feel icky talking about it. And I'm very, very, very excited to watch this. But of the two franchises, I much prefer Predator over Alien.
See, I'm the in-between here where I much prefer neither. Alien, the first one, I will never talk down upon. Why I can talk down about Predator, I don't really know, since one could say they're in the same class, but it's fine. I'm now starting to look at this, and I'm starting to realize that I possibly have never seen Predator or Predator 2,
Ooh.
or I very well could have blocked them for reasons. I do not like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've been very blunt about this on any channel.
Arnold Schwartz
Really?
who?
Hey, you said it, pal.
I don't like the actor, and that's just the moral of the story.
Well, if you don't remember Predator, I would so watch Predator. But of the two of them, I'd have more fun watching Predator 2 with you. Of the two of them.
My first remembrance of Predator was with the first AVP movie,
Oh God,
which I actually enjoyed the first one, which is set on Antarctica.
I love that. The
I-
second one,
The second one, there's one sequence particularly that reminds me of when I think of the second one. Pretty sure it's a birthing scene, if I'm
yeah,
not
no,
mistaken.
it's when the Predator alien goes into the hospital and impregnates the pregnant lady, and she gives birth to all the that scene. Yep. I remember that scene too, buddy. I remember that scene too.
The only reason why I probably remember that scene is because I was way too young when we watched that movie, and we
Also,
watched that movie a lot.
whoever did the lighting in Alien vs. Predator Requiem, have them fired because that entire film is just a pitch black nothing. You can barely see what's going on. I remember the impregnating scene. I remember how dark the movie is.
I feel like that one would be an interesting rewatch.
Requiem?
The second one specifically.
April Fools, maybe. Be a good
Yeah,
April movie.
yeah.
We fool ourselves into watching that one. Like, say, like in October, we watch AVP and we go, let's watch Requiem in April and see how we go. And we realize why we didn't watch Alien vs. Predator Requiem. The same thing because you remember the same thing came for Predator too. People find that as a great comedy, and simply because of one person, Gary Busey.
I just do not. I cannot believe that they really just were like, you know what we're gonna do right now? Okay, so the scene that we're talking about, I had to look up AVP Requiem. The scene that we're talking about is in the unrated cut, which is definitely the version that we own that we watched, for sure. So if you don't know what we're talking about, you're like, what the fuck is that? Well, that would be the reason why. I just want to put context out there that you have to have seen the unrated cut to understand what the disturbingness
Yeah,
of
you
this.
talk about the scene, they go back and watch Requiem, like, that's not in the movie. I'm like, we never watched the regular one. All we ever did was watch the unrated one. That was a philosophy in our household. If there was an uncut version of that of a movie, we'd rather watch the uncut one than the regular one because we know the uncut one will have more shit in it.
Yeah, I still to this day prefer most movies. Not always. Certain movies
Friday the
deserve
13th.
it. Yeah, see, like that movie,
The
I
killer
fucking,
cut is just.
I fucking love. But we can also agree that it's because of the sex that it's,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah.
Either way, we got really on a tangent there. It happens. But we should probably watch this movie. Just give me one more second back. Anything else to add to the conversation? You know?
Whenever I first heard about this movie in particular, it had me intrigued, but also had me worried because when you think about taking Predator back to basics, I was worried, will the Predator look cheap? Will they not take it as seriously as I was hoping the Shane Black version would? And my biggest issue, there are a lot of issues with the Shane Black version of Predator. My biggest issue with though is my same issue with Iron Man 3, which is that it doesn't take itself too seriously, and the jokes that they go for 9 times out of 10 don't land. And the Predator is full of them that are just absolutely awful. Just absolutely awful. And, the horror stories for, is it Olivia Munn? If I'm correct, yes.
Yes.
The horror stories that she has told about that. I remember when the movie was coming out, when they went to, what was it, TIFF or Toronto? When they were showing the movie and she walked out. Was it TIFF or Toronto? I forget.
I think it's Toronto, is the one.
I remember that was the big thing coming out of it. And I remember when the trailers came out for that movie, and I was so excited for that. Because, the reason Shane Black did the Predator, if you did not know, is because he is an actor in the original Predator. He was one of the Marines that goes in with Dutch in the fight in the jungle. And so he's been attached to the Predator franchise since the 80s. And, there was originally supposed to be a cameo from Dutch in his version of the Predator that they got cut because Schwarzenegger found the film too not in good taste for him, which says a lot. If Schwarzenegger says that, then you know that the movie is probably not gonna be well. So I'm shocked that they even went back to this franchise to begin with, because I know that was a commercial failure, critical failure, and a box office failure. It hit all three. And that's probably why Prey went to Hulu and not to
Well,
theaters.
so that's my next thing. This is a 20th Century Studios movie, which means it would have probably had came out in theaters if Fox wasn't bought by Disney.
Yeah.
When watching this, I want to look at it and I want to figure out if by the end we'll both look at each other and say our answer on it. Would this be a theater release or is this a streaming release? Obviously, it went on streaming, but I see a lot of streaming movies that I'm like that would have been really good in theaters if we had gotten the opportunity to see it in theaters, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, is this one of those movies where like, gosh dang it, why didn't I get to go see this in theaters? The
I still
second
feel
thing
like,
is,
yeah.
do we think it would perform well? There's a lot of hype behind this movie. There was a lot of hype before the movie came out. The reviews are great. So we'll keep that in mind as we watch the movie to
Yeah.
see if we think it would do well at the box office or if it was a smarter move for Disney, because that's who owns the movie, to put it on Hulu. We'll see how all these go. Of course, across if you're over the seas, you can anywhere but the US, you can watch it on Disney Plus. So
I'd also like to point out specifically with this that Disney, much like but in a more positive manner, Disney inherited this movie. 20th Century Fox was working on this project prior to the acquisition of the Disney Fox merger. So, like my brother just said, I highly agree. If the 20th Century Fox merger did not happen, this would probably have ended up in theaters and not on Hulu. So, because it's weird hearing the words predator and not theater. It's weird.
but
Even when the movie's
you
not good.
also have to understand that they're making an Aliens TV show on Hulu. So I think that's also something to keep in mind. I mean, it's not like this is so far of a reach that they're not doing other things in the same, because you connect aliens with predators because they
Yeah.
connected them in the other. So
But I wonder, since how well this movie did over the past 3 days and it being now the #1 streamed piece of Hulu material ever, I'm wondering if Disney and 20th Century are looking at this together and going, okay, obviously people are still interested in this IP. Prey did very well for us over on Hulu. If we let Dan Trachtenberg come back and do either, say, a pseudo sequel or another entry in this anthology style of Prey, which I kind of hope they do, and they put it in theaters, do you think they would take that risk?
exactly, let's see the movie first before we make any of these judgments. But I think it's interesting to keep in mind while watching and to talk about during the review portion, which we'll talk about at the very end. All right, let's go ahead and watch. I am watching the English version. I know Zachary had said that he maybe wanted to watch the other version. It doesn't make any time difference if that is something that you're interested in. Both versions are on there. Or for anybody who's watching it, I'm watching it in the English version.
So I could technically watch the Comanche version and we'll still be at the same time and be fine.
It will be perfectly fine. Doesn't make a difference to the movie.
I think it'd be interesting to get two different perspectives. If I watch it in the Comanche version,
Just
you watch the
know that
English one?
if you exit out of the Comanche because you want to watch it in the English version, like halfway through the movie or something happens or whatever, it does not pick up the other copy where you're at.
Understood.
So that maybe would make your decision, or maybe you like it so much that you want to go back and watch it in the Comanche edition. Who knows?
You know what? Actually, if I like movies so much, maybe I'll do a solo reaction to the Comanche version and see if there's a difference. Yeah, well, we'll stick together on the English one. I think it'll be easier for both of us to do it that way.
Okay.
Before we start, let me turn my TV up just a little bit so I can hear it.
Sure.
Riff with the comments. Got water. And I'm good to go.
All right, I loaded in because it has the Hulu thing that it does and that type of thing. So I went ahead.
I'll do the same. Okay, I am paused.
Okay.
Okay. I'm hitting play and
Did you make sure you got past the radar and the Hulu?
Yeah.
Okay.
in 3, 2, 1. You know, kudos to Disney for keeping the 20th century logo and not.
Are you
changing
getting the
that.
20th Century logo?
Yeah,
Weird.
20th Century Studios.
Yeah, my copy is not working.
Okay, hang on.
Let me try re-entering it.
Okay.
It's just not playing. I'm refreshing Hulu. Yep. It won't play.
It won't play for you?
Mm-mm.
Why?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. Pretty sure Hulu we're allowed up to watching it with multiple accounts. That would be a factor here. Sorry, guys.
Well, I'm not watching it right now. Click on the movie and see if it lets you play it.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's the wrong company. Oh. Okay. Hulu did not open up the app at all. Let me try this again. Nope. The movie will pop up when I slide along it, type of thing. But as soon as I go to hit play, it just says pause. How many accounts can watch Hulu at once? You can download the Hulu app to activate your account as many sport devices you like, but only 2 of them can be streamed simultaneously. But it also says you should see an error message, just like Netflix does. So this is a Hulu problem. This isn't like an us problem.
Oh. Well, it's working over here.
I'm assuming it's a Hulu online problem. Like I'm using. I'm gonna close my web browser and reopen it and see
Okay.
if that does the trick.
Okay.
Because like I can get on the website, I just can't. I'll also try clicking on something else. Sometimes there is an issue that Hulu has where the initial thing that you click on won't play, but the next thing you click on will play. So
Gotcha.
I'll click on my episode of Archer that I was in the middle of. No. I wish I could show you what it looks like. Let me see if I can. It's not like there's anything that's going to be copyrighted that I'm showing you. It's a black screen. This is what it's doing. This button down here is the play and pause button. This means it's paused. This means it's playing. So it's not playing. And this is where it sticks. That's what I'll do. So I can see that the episode is there, that you can watch the episode. It's just allowing me not. It's just not allowing me to.
It's really weird.
Yep. Well, I can't really do anything about that. Hold on. Don't like using Google Chrome simultaneously, but maybe I can pop in here.
Is your Xbox next to you? Question mark.
It is, but it won't work that way.
Why?
All right, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Will it work?
Yeah, I had to grab Google Chrome, so we'll see how well my internet goes. But I did get jumped into it, so we're good. Just start over from the very, very beginning. All right, ready?
Hang on. Let me get back in. Okay.
The thing doing it live is that you get to see the complications in real time.
All right. In 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god, I'm so scared.
Again, like I said, it's so nice that Disney let 20th Century Studios keep their logo. You know?
I mean, they did get to keep the logo. They just didn't get to keep everything, you know?
Yeah.
It is really cool that they have an audio description for people who can't hear or people who have a hard time hearing. I also enjoyed 10 Cloverfield Lane. I think that also makes this an opportunity to be a good movie because of that.
I agree.
I agree with most people, but it was a tacked on Cloverfield movie. It was not originally a Cloverfield movie, so that's why the ending feels so shaky because it was tacked on. What a way to wake up. What's wrong?
Can you pause yours real quick? Are you hearing anything right now?
There's a slight score going along. She said some lines at the very beginning before the movie started.
Cool. I'm not hearing any of that.
Is this a sign?
No, I'm going to restart my console real quick.
Okay, but we're 30 minutes into a movie commentary without actually watching any bit of the movie.
It's insane, right? Hey, Robert Downey Jr. Just because.
How to jump scare someone.
So I'm restarting my console right now.
Okay. If it does not work after this, we're calling it. Just the moral of the story.
It's fair.
We can always try again in 2 weeks.
Mhm. I was like, I heard there's a narration at the beginning of this movie, but I didn't hear anything. All I saw was a blank screen and then a nice vista.
I mean, all she does say is that it's like it's been 300 years or whatever since something happened or other. Yeah, I was paying great attention. Okay, I got distracted because they had the audio script. Maybe that's what you need. I want to mention that now we're 30 minutes into a commentary without a commentary.
Oh, music's there. I don't know what was up with that. Okay, we're starting over. We're starting the movie. We are starting over. I'm sorry.
Are we?
Yes.
All right. This hour and a half movie turned into a 2-hour movie real fast.
I'm sorry.
Technically, it was my fault.
Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1, click. There we go. I was like, I even hear the drums.
How'd you? Okay, that should have been your first set off.
I was like, wow. I love how they're getting into this deep silence in this movie. And I was like, nothing else happened. And then I was like, is this a silent film?
Have you ever seen a 20th century movie where they didn't have the drums?
True. But you know, they could have really gone into it.
Okay. I thought your headphones got too good. That was correct.
That's really pretty.
That's me right there. Looks super fake.
The what?
The shot of the grass blowing to the wind looked super fake.
No, it didn't. They shot on location.
Just okay, yeah, but with a 4K Ultra HD camera type of thing, anything can look super fake.
Are you watching it in 4K?
I'm watching it probably, yeah.
Hey, Dad. Dad, would you mind shutting the door? Could you shut the door for me? Yeah, thank you.
Wow, being rude and shutting the door, kicking people out, like, you know, just doing all sorts of things over there, aren't you?
Shush. I'm very excited for her.
Very curious.
Nothing better ever happened to that dog.
I'm sure that dog's gonna die a miserable death. But
Wow, what hope you have.
0. Not saying the dogs weren't around back then, because obviously dogs were around back then. But like, isn't it weird that dogs have been around for so long?
You do realize dogs were praised with the Egyptian lords, correct?
Yes, I understand, but when you start thinking about time and things,
Woo!
ooh, we get the obligatory. I can throw things at things, and it lands really nicely. So when you see me do it later on in the movie,
Jacob,
no. What?
Jacob, are you going to critique everything that happens?
I didn't critique it. I'm just being honest. That's why this scene is important. Nothing wrong with it. I want to say if she throws that axe at that deer and that deer dies, I will say this is my favorite movie of the year. Oh my god, this might be my favorite movie of the year. Let's see. Well, the idea was there. Execution, not so much. Ooh. Great little training montage. Oh, that's a fake deer. Obviously, but like, sorry. Damn it.
Oh, no.
Already? So early on?
Oh, it's tail.
Oh my god. I didn't
That
ask
doesn't
for
look
this.
fake. He's barking at the thing like, you stupid. Oh.
Where'd they get bear traps?
Yeah, because that's not a. The way she's looking at it, it's not theirs.
I mean, she just beat that thing with a rock. It's not theirs.
How am I going to separate this chain? Fine, giant rock.
Honestly, though, like, never say never.
Yeah.
Never say never. Little karate? Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, I'm not getting shivers like Zachary is. No orgasm inducing here.
Great title reveal.
All right, now I expect everybody to die in the next 10 minutes or I'm quitting. Fast pace for nothing, baby.
Man.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. But you're not using an axe to kill that bird. If Kratos can do it, you can do it.
Jacob.
Someone's got to talk through it, okay? You're not going to.
But you want to critique them for not having a magical axe that can be drawn back?
Oh my fucking
Ooh.
god. I'm fucking sorry.
This morning in the sky, I saw a slide. The thunderbird. I've been practicing. It's time. I'm ready. Why cut them near?
You really think you're ready? You want to hunt something that's hunting you.
Ooh, she got a fish.
I don't think the fish was hunting her.
You never fucking know. The Northern Great Plains, September 1719.
No, what's crazy is that they remember what month it is.
100 years before John Marston died.
Well, that's a little factoid only certain people will get.
Yep.
We're going to Google who the fuck is John Marston. And they're going to bring up the words Red Dead Redemption. He referenced that in this movie?
Do you know, sometimes you don't have to explain what the reference is. No, just me? Okay.
Besides 10 Cloverfield, has Trachtenberg done anything else as of late or no?
My IMDb quick search can tell you. Hold on, give me a second. All right, so he did a movie called Prey. Some people are talking about. I wonder what that is. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh. Yeah, you give that fish to a dog.
It's easy, it's smart. One of the smart creatures easy to train. Is that the word she's finding?
No.
He's only done 10 Cloverfield in this.
So he did 10 Cloverfield Lane. He did an episode of Black Mirror. He did an episode of The Boys. An episode of The Lost Symbol. And then he did Prey.
Wow. If no one's ever seen
My father left you that.
10 Cloverfield Lane, highly recommend.
Once again, it gets a little weird near the end, but it's pretty good throughout most of it.
It's one of my favorite John Goodman performances. He's so good in that movie. Him and
Why do you want
Huntress. What's
because you all
Oh,
Mary Elizabeth Winstead?
yep.
in this wind he brings home a red tail.
You should have listened to my story.
Didn't think we had time for a nap. It's sharp enough. Go get us some orange juice, yeah.
It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a predator. Ooh, that just reminded me of another movie that came out this year.
Woohoo!
But why?
Oh man.
Also, I get it. To us, he's invisible, but from us as like a movie standard, we have to know that he's there, and so they have to make it look like he's not fully invisible. But it takes me out every time. I'm like, dude, you're not actually invisible. I can see you. Now, if you're running around, maybe it'd be a little harder, but still, I can still see you. I don't like predators. He popped up too soon. Ooh, pretty.
What's nice about this though is that this is the first time we've had just a single predator in a movie with no extra help. Ever since Predator, there's always been an extra guy going, "I'll help you out, buddy." This guy, like, nah. It's his.
We get to the end, and there's 30 predators. Zachary, I think you underestimated yourself on that one. Okay, we're on a trail. We're on a... That's cool.
Oh, the music's so simple. Love it.
I kind of wish so far had a much more grittier tone. Not grittier tone, grittier look to it. The ultra realism with the forests and stuff almost makes it seem like it's a student film.
I disagree.
But that's really nothing towards the movie or anything. That was a choice that was made, you know? They chose to shoot it like this, which is fine. Oh?
You could get shot sneaking up like that.
Who's sneaky?
Who invited you? You won't be gone long enough for me to cook. She should stay. She tracks well. If you find Louis alive, she runs medicine.
Okay, we have a friend.
That's your brother.
Can't now.
I know.
I know. Because you have to.
That's funny. Oh my god, that's a snake. What the fuck?
Oh my god! He can see him too. Because they have okay.
That was
Hell yes. I love that because the predator's trying to find his equal match. And so for that moment there, he thought the snake was an equal match. Clearly it wasn't. That's awesome. Oh, he ripped that guy's spine right out. Oh,
Ew.
that's awesome.
That dog was just eating shit.
Sorry, I was still on the high of that. That was
It's
so
fine.
cool.
You didn't need to see it.
It's just nice seeing a predator be back in like the jungle, not in the freaking middle of Detroit.
Oh.
Wow, they were quick. That's really neat.
Yeah.
I mean, back then you have to be quick on your feet. You can't,
Thank you.
So much could kill him.
I won't kill him. Just because we're friends.
Father wants to stay in hunt. Let's go.
I'm coming with you.
I can handle the lion.
It's not just the lion. Lions prove you alive. There's something that's going to get away from this tent.
I've got this.
she's asking the right questions. If I were a lion, I'd finish my meal. What the fuck scared him away?
Yep.
So far, I like the fact that the characters aren't stupid. They don't feel stupid. That's always my biggest issue when it comes to either Alien or Predator movies, or monster movies in general, is that certain characters feel really, really, really smart, and other ones are just there for to be there for cotton fare. So I like characters that think.
Yeah.
The medicine slows his blood because it's won't bleed out. Do you want them to be comfortable or not?
Heck yeah. Be smart. Ooh, what'd you find? Oh my god. Oh, it's moving. Oh. Oh. Oh, it doesn't have a head either. It looks like a very big worm. Oh, that was such a good practical effect, too.
Look. Could be bear tracks.
Maybe. That's a bit weird. Why was it on its hind legs when wet skins a snake like that?
I need to keep going.
No. I have to warn my baby.
Back up. Go with them.
Good. Keep them in pairs. That way no one's alone. I like that.
They've seen a horror movie.
They just look outside and go, that guy wasn't in a pair.
Oh. Interesting.
If you are an animal lover, this is not the movie for you. So far.
What are you watching?
It's called Prey.
Oh, the movie?
Mm-hmm.
I'm hungry. I'm going upstairs.
Okay, babe.
You know, unlike in current times, flashlights can't burn your hair off. Isn't it scary to have that big of an open flame next to your head if you have long hair? All of a sudden, you actually go, hey, wait, what happened?
Security cat. When I tried to call it, did you come back?
I found tracks, and they were huge.
I'm not fighting why I'm here. I don't think it was in there.
I don't know what it was. I've never seen anything like it. It's getting everything got in a snake.
Or whatever it was. Or the cat's dead now. We have to deal with it first.
I don't think they were hunting in here. I don't think it's hunting us.
Oh.
We get some bait. We find something like 100 dozen meat. He hunts. He'd be here all night. We could stay in the forest all night and find anything to get 2 or 3 dogs.
We'll try not to. I won't bait it. Don't eat the cat. It's time. You cut that man.
Ooh.
The light comes. You tell them that this is his first goal. But this is it.
Good setup, good plan.
I guess a little. Oh. Is it?
I guess they had to find the poor animal in order to do that. Again, if you're an animal lover, this isn't the movie for you.
This is the perfect movie for you. There is zero animal abuse whatsoever.
It won't matter how sharp it is if you're too afraid to use it. Think you're ready? You've never faced a lion.
Have you?
Its mouth with teeth like arrows,
Sounds like
Yes.
you have.
ready to tear your flesh and crush your bones.
Or he talks a big talk and
When your brother comes back, he and I will find the lion and kill him.
Or, you know,
I think the lion found it.
ooh, I like that shot.
Oh my
Whoa.
fucking god.
Could you imagine if that was a daily dose of wine? You know, at least back then, you had stories for every single day. What'd you do today? Fought a lion.
What'd you do today? Died from a lion? Oh, honey. Oh, honey.
Come on, Naru. Distracted. Oh! Oh!
She looked like she hit her head. Good for her. Everybody needs a good nap.
Everybody needs a good nap. Yeah. Whenever I think about hitting my head on the backside of a rock, I go, nap time. Permanently.
I mean, she's awake. She's protagonist. I'm not worried about her dying. We're only 20 minutes in.
And I went after it. I have no one. No, I need to rest. Yika. Drink this tea. Yika. Ruby survived because of your medicine. There's something else out there. Tell me, Michael. If your brother needed you, he wouldn't have brought you back here.
Ooh,
That's
That's-
The reason you opened Mia is to prove you can fight. But there's only one reason. To survive.
a good point.
animal lovers everywhere. Is that a fucking lion head?
Yeah, it is.
No, animals ever move.
Oh,
What'd you end up getting?
What?
What'd you end up getting?
Didn't get anything. Just thinking of ordering something.
Okay.
So this is one of the Predator movies? It's a lot of Native Americans.
Yeah, it's 300 years in the past. On this tribe.
So right before the white people got here
Yes.
and ruined everything
Yes.
and pillaged and raped.
We understand. We're bad people. It's okay, babe. We get it.
Naru! Oh, Lord Jesus. Naru! Where you going? You did it.
No. We didn't do it. What do you think left those tracks? And skinned that snake. And before I fell, I saw lightning in the trees. There's something else out there.
And if there is, I'll get it.
You need to go back out. Far, beyond the ridgeline.
No,
Okay, well, I'll hunt alone if I have to.
you can't.
Do I need your permission, Archie?
It's not about permission. You can't. I need to hold you back. You're right. You didn't do it. I did. You tried it. You just you couldn't bring it home.
she expresses very, very well.
I agree.
I've really liked her so far. Everybody, her brother is interesting. God, what an alarm clock! Just a kick to the shoulder. One day, someone could kick you hard enough and break your shoulder. Just, you know.
Yeah. She'd be like, "That's a Tuesday."
It's a Tuesday. Man, you gotta wonder
See?
with without knowing it. Could that be terrifying though? Knowing that out there is a more advanced creature just randomly hunting things out in the wilderness, and you could be out there picking berries, and it assumes that you're high on a higher plane than what you're hunting than what you're getting. It's
Yeah.
terrifying, especially because in the mornings the women and children go out and do that. It's a
Is that
great
because you
idea.
end up hitting your microphone? Your microphone. It's there you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. The cinematography in this movie is fantastic. Ooh. The Predator got an ouchie.
From what though?
That's the question, right? Brother, I found it. I found the foot. How big is it? Half a stick. Oh no, that's not a bear. Well, that rabbit's gonna die
Yes.
by that dog.
Well, that's a wolf. So,
That's not a wolf.
I think they're both wolves. Yeah, you chase that. Yeah, you got it. I believe in you. Come on.
I love the fact that the movie is letting us see the Predator move up the chain. Oh, you see the green on his fangs? That was awesome. Woo-hoo!
Those aren't invisible. Don't run towards them. Oh.
Did it get it? Oh, it's short. Oh, God.
Predators.
Not another one.
Predator is so fat too. Oh, come on. They have a spine problem. If they have scoliosis, they can just go to a doctor.
Are you talking about the Predator's obsession with getting the spots?
Yes, to be a trophy, but gosh. People who want to be trophies that bad, they go get husbands.
That was a bad joke.
Trophy wives. It's a real thing. Yeah, that's cool.
That's awesome. There you go, Jacob. Now you can compare her to Kratos because we can come back to her.
I could literally watch this all day. I wish I was joking, but I truly don't think I am.
I love seeing the dog's head go, whoa, whoa.
I'm really sad that this sequence is over. I want to go back.
No.
I'm not going to. But that's
Hey,
definitely
whoa, she got a lot of rabbits.
my my poor rabbits. What did you do? better question: Why didn't I get to see it?
She
It's not like
admits
you've been. We just got to see a dog get dismembered, and you're shying away from rabbit murder again.
we sell rabbit at Jungle Jim's.
No one actually wants to eat them, Zachary. We just want to see them fake die. Just kidding. Rabbits are adorable. Don't eat them. She is truly liking it, though.
And she's using one of their bones as a toothpick.
Well, you know, you got
Oh
stuck.
no, she was brushing her teeth.
Yeah, you got to do dental hygiene. That cavity could take you out of a fight.
Man, if you got a cavity back then, you're done.
He dead. Literally dead.
The best thing you can do at that point is pull out your own tooth.
The best thing you do at that point is jump off that side of the cliff and hope that the fall isn't worse. Why? I have so many questions. I have okay.
Whoa.
That's cool. Get your skull. Whatever you want, buddy. But why the spine? He's like, this shit is so small compared to me. Oh, I get it. It is like a trophy wife situation. He just murders them instead of marrying them. Why did you have to bring the dog? Also, you're leaving prints. I only see that because they pointed it out. Oh?
Oh my god.
If they're all headless, we know who did it.
That wasn't the predator.
Are we sure?
Yeah, because he would have taken the spine. That's how they declare victory over any hunt is they take the spine and skull. So that wasn't him.
Maybe he got bored. He wanted to try his new weapon.
He got bored.
He
got 30 bull bored.
Hey, it's a busy day, busy day. Yeah. A little, yeah.
That's a bullet.
That's probably him. I'm gonna mute myself real fast.
Oh.
Unless there's a whole conversation about men, like not men, us whites invading. Is that quicksand?
No, it was a mud pit.
No, it wasn't him.
That's a bullet.
It looks kind of like a cigar. It's interesting because we're watching him hunt, and she is like the prey. This is literally the worst case scenario for you getting stuck right now.
Yeah. God, you know what this reminds me of? That god awful scene in Neverending Story.
You mean the scene where I was like, why are we watching this as a family right now?
Right? That's regarded as one of the best family films ever made. I'm like, no. Come on.
Oh, you got
it.
this.
You got this. Well. Will it stick? Son of a bitch. Oh, God. Come on.
What a weird thing to happen to fall upon. It's like the predator catches. Hi.
Heck yeah. Will the rope hold, though?
Will yeah, oh.
But here's the kicker. Because she is engulfed in mud now, the predator can no longer sense her heat signature because she's cold. So as long as she doesn't wipe the mud off her, she's good.
She goes and jumps in a river. Ah, gets so much better.
Well,
I was joking.
she doesn't know she's being hunted by a hunter that has geothermal scanning.
She got a queen real fast. You don't know who's been in that water. What's been in that water? You just jumped in there?
Back then, you didn't care.
What am I saying? Everyone's syphilis every once in a while.
Who gets syphilis from a pool?
You don't know what's been inside it.
She's looking at him like, I really could have used your help earlier. Although, then it really would have been a never-ending story scenario with the dog stuck in the mud.
Exactly. When we all question, why is the dog not there? Okay. Oh, it was a bear.
It's a bear.
We're hunting. A bear trap was using it on himself. How kind of him. Hey, maybe that's how bear traps got their name. It's because bears were using bear traps on themselves.
What?
You know, trap other bears?
Oh no!
Like a... Doggy, get away from the bear. Okay.
No.
We murder ourselves before we murder dog.
No.
We murder ourselves before we murder dog. What? How does this woman not hear me?
Cut.
Fucking jump at the dog! Oh my god! You're literally just gonna have your dog just go get murdered for you. Okay. Yep, that's a great odor.
Hell yes. Oh, that was awesome. You know this makes me want to play now? Far Cry Primal.
Never played for
Great game.
Dog is running away from the bear.
Recommend running.
It's either they did a quick circle or there's something the bear's running from.
That would be amazing. Oh my god, are you kidding me? God, that's terrifying. However, no offense to Prey right now, the Revenant still beats it when it comes to a bear attack.
Yeah, I've only seen that scene. I've never seen the actual movie, The Revenant.
Really?
I didn't
Ooh.
want to. So
Oh.
it has a few things in it that I just don't
Whoa!
Ooh.
You know, be a great commentary. The Birdman.
The what?
Birdman. Oh, that was awesome. Oh no. Woo!
Keep hidden. Keep hidden. Keep hidden.
Oh,
Damn.
smack a bear.
I say keep hidden, and you just allowed the bear to show exactly where you were at the very moment. I understand this is not your problem, but maybe jump in the water now. Jump in the water. I'm trying to keep you
Oh
safe.
my god.
Oh,
That's fucking awesome. What a reveal. That's how you do a reveal of a predator. Just let the blood come over him. That's so cool. Woo. Oh wow.
okay. If you can breathe for a very long time, like athletic swimmer breathe, maybe just go underwater, get lost in the seam, and you don't need anything else. Don't hit your head. Don't clip a nail or something. But like just
Don't clip
okay.
a nail.
Let's not get out of the water. This seems ridiculous. Die of herpes. You don't want that. You okay in there? You okay in there? Gotcha. Herpophemia. Hey, babe.
Yeah.
I came up with a new word.
Okay.
Herpophemia. Herpophemia.
What is that?
It was supposed to be the
Hypothermia.
hypothermia.
Herpothermia sounds like something you get after you get herpes.
Just want to let you know.
I saw it. Saw what? I saw what that was trying to bear. It was a bear, but there was something else. And it was huge. I couldn't see it until it was covered with blood, but it looked like herpes.
Saw monster from the Joey story.
It fought and killed a bear with its hands easily.
It didn't kill you. Stop! No!
Woo! Ay, ay, ay.
Wanna leave? Leave.
Good night.
Going home.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Oh
Oh
yes.
no.
Okay, so she's got to get that back. So that person's dead. Maybe right now.
Predator hasn't been scary in so long. This is nice. This has got good tension.
See your face.
What do you think drove the Parsons over?
Well, Jacob, it's nice when you're right.
I do great predictions without knowing I'm doing great predictions. This is true. Is it weird I'm oddly nervous about what's about to happen?
You know, so am I.
Okay.
Oh no. Jacob, they're moving. The dots are moving.
Yeah, and has that ever happened before?
No.
I
That's
don't think
new.
so. I thought they were always in a cluster. Put your arm down. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, you got him.
That's interesting. But they're not.
Whoa.
Nice. Oh. You can do a whole reveal? Oh.
Hell yes. Oh my god.
It has no armor on. It's naked.
It looks so cool. That helmet's amazing. There's the Wilhelm scream. Oh! Oh!
Oh.
Oh! God's foot.
This is not the moment to fight, sadly. I would run.
Oh my
Oh.
god! Oh, legs.
At least they didn't have a crunch.
Don't remind me of that.
You know, like Midsummer,
Eh,
where they had a big crunch in Midsummer.
yeah.
You know them.
From the initial trailer, everybody thought that when Naru fell, we met the main character right there. That the character with the black around their eyes. Everybody thought that was the main character of the movie, not Naru. They were hiding the fact that Naru was the main character.
Who's going to tell them that they can see the heat signatures? I feel like someone should tell them. I'm just saying. I feel like it'd be nice. See?
What's up, fag?
Obviously, it's talking about you.
What type of bow and arrow is that? That has no tip at all.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. Goodbye. Oh, my God.
He just died?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm sure too. Who is putting out these bear traps?
Right?
What year is this movie again?
17, 19.
19?
They didn't have bear traps like that. in the
Exactly.
1700s. At least not that complex. At
That's
least
what I
then.
thought.
Yeah, there's no way that that's an actual thing, unless he probably did it.
That's not the Predators.
See, we don't think it's people in French.
They didn't have traps like that back in the day. Those are the dumbest looking muskets I've ever seen. Why are they holding their guns like that?
To do that.
All right, so Chinese food. Or did you ask your mom?
No, you never gave me an answer.
I said yeah.
Okay.
I was like, what do you mean? I asked you to ask them.
I know, but then you're like, oh, do you just want to order it then? That's what.
You didn't give me an answer.
Miscommunication right there.
Did someone ask you a fucking question? No. Watch the damn movie.
Why are you being mean?
Thank you.
Some people deserve it.
True.
Thank you.
Okay. There's a place in Cincinnati called Shanghai on Elm. Got a 4.7 rating out of 100. Out of 100 ratings.
Mm-hmm.
And if you order over $10 worth of shit, you get free delivery.
Do they deliver it?
Yeah.
Do you want to try that place? I know we've not tried anything in Cincinnati.
Sure.
I'm sure we'll order over $10.
Literally all the trees are at least 11.
Precisely.
They have the bisons on their. They have the bison pelts on their shoulders.
Yeah, I see that.
Ooh, and you can make it as spicy as you want. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. I'm gonna get the Mongolian.
What did you say? I speak a lot of languages. Comanches. No. It's your language. You should be helping us. I think this creature is a hunter. Looking for the strongest beast. What do you know?
I want to tell them a goddamn thing.
Didn't kill my baby.
You were smart. Would help us.
Is that her brother?
Yeah, it's her brother.
That's what I thought that was. I feel like a wild mushroom orgy would be fun.
Oh my god.
The options too. That's cool.
Is this trying to tell me that French are worse than Americans? 'Cause I just don't really know.
Listen, Dad would tell you that every single day.
Wait, don't. Ah, they're bait. I'm assuming that's the reason why they cut him as well.
Yeah, they're bait.
The fucking horses are bait. Let's get real here.
In reality, here, Naru's bringing the predator to them.
That's what you went out after? That's what you were tracking? Yeah. And that's what you showed.
That's actually a good joke.
Could you? I mean, you could also say it's not a
Oh
joke.
no,
Oh my god! Did that person just die behind him? Did I?
they're cut in half. Yeah,
The horses are running away.
the predator sees those horses as no prey.
Ooh, decapitations.
Running my back. Text first before you come out. Thanks. You still haven't texted her about going to the restaurant?
No, I did, and she told me no.
Oh, she said, well, you didn't say anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got distracted, babe.
Of course you did.
Woo!
I'm joking, okay?
I can't tell sometimes.
I know you can't. That's what I love about
Walk away.
it.
Walk the fuck away.
Watch your profanity.
Fucking fuck.
Four-wheel, come on. There he is.
There he is. Jinx, you owe me a soda from Ohio.
Nah, I don't want any udon noodles. Shanghai noodles.
With the bait.
Okay, those look okay. Singapore noodles.
No. It doesn't want me. It doesn't come fast.
Oh, fuck no. Yeah, no, those are too stringy.
Get right up to me.
It's pad thai.
Because you are nothing to it.
Okay, pad thai noodles look nice. I'll do the pad thai noodles.
The tree.
Spice level of 7.
You had it. You can see what I meant. You always had.
I don't know that this thing can be killed.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Yeah.
It's Superman.
Oh. Woo! His stubby little knife. Oh, hell yes. That's awesome. Look, where do you get a shield?
They're like, what the fuck?
I feel like he's smiling underneath that mask. Like they didn't know about the shield. use that against me.
Oh,
Hell yes. Aw.
I didn't know
Look
you
at
could
Captain
use it that
Carter.
way.
I didn't know you could use the shield that way either.
You hear what I
I'm
said?
not gonna end up eating the rice, so you can pick whichever one you want.
Just get regular fried rice.
You're fine.
Mhm.
What's
You
my
don't want any noodles?
No.
Okay.
What should my spicy level be?
Hey, that's up to you, son.
Yeah, but we're trying
That
to
is.
test things out, and I'll hit no spice, which we
I
all
put
know.
7, so I would put you 4.
4,
Or you know what? 3 just in case.
3. Okay.
And if it's not spicy enough for you, then you can try some of my 7.
Yeah, bump it up from a 3 to a 7. That sounds fun. Okay. What do you mean send you?
Let me see what the whole thing is going to be.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Dude, he's getting his No Man's Land moment.
He's Wonder Woman. We had a Batman reference and a Wonder Woman reference all in the same movie.
We
What a
also, had,
weird.
we also had a Doctor Strange reference where he cut that guy in half. Or Captain Carter.
In a way, almost more satisfying.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
What?
Where are you going?
We gotta go breed us those horses.
I'll get some.
Oh. Well. Goodbye.
Curious what this does.
Mm-hmm. That one guy's like, I know, ding, 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 bad, bad.
So I'm gonna.
It's interesting.
You know.
Those are the only Chinese places that are open right now.
Ooh, what the fuck? Oh my god. Well, they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there any other place you went?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Unless you want to get some pizza again. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, did you want pizza?
Nope.
Okay.
We can do Wendy's.
Wendy's is always good.
Okay. I'll do Wendy's then.
You can never go wrong with Wendy's. Oh, no. You back off, you.
I'm not. No.
Is this on your YouTube channel?
This is on a Weekend Movie Bros.
No. This is your. Where are you streaming it to?
Yeah, Weekend Movie Bros, which is YouTube. It's not just mine, which is why.
Jacob, it's not breaking camera.
Yeah, I'm watching.
That's awesome.
That,
Oh, heck yeah.
yeah, there's. Do they not know how hard it is for a knife to go through a human skull, or do they just not care?
They don't care, babe.
Oh.
What even was that? What? There's no way possible she threw that axe hard enough and efficiently enough for it to kill anyone. I hope you know that.
We understand, babe.
Suspension of disbelief.
Like there was no wind up to the axe at all. Where is she
She's
getting
also-
the leverage from?
She's also fighting a predator from outer space.
Oh, it's probably when I was trying to get breakfast.
Yep. I feel like I should try something new.
Then go ahead. Try something new, sir.
I know, I just don't know what.
Try a burger.
How spicy is their nuggets?
Boy, not spicy at all, sir.
Like, I'll be fine?
Hmm?
Like, I'll be fine?
Yes, you'll be fine. They're not spicy. What?
Ghost pepper.
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
I know, babe.
If you want to try it, go ahead.
No, I was laughing at it. Okay.
I don't think that's gonna clean that wound pretty good.
You take the ball and the blood. You feel it again. After that, you take this stick you see there. You put in the gun 3 or 4 times. Yeah. Lastly, it's okay.
I got 2 things.
Here. Put that back. I need to fly. That's all. Please. It hurts. Please.
Ooh, they have Southwest dressing. Okay. Sweet onion. Oh, bacon? Sure. Extra sweet onion, roasted pecan.
Please. Please.
Do I want some avocado? Sure. Blue cheese crumbles? I'm not sure if I'm into blue cheese.
We don't think we are, but I mean, you can always try it, but I don't think you're.
Cool. Act dead. Oh, and she just gave him that medicine, so he's not going to show up on the heat sick.
Want to be you by you. Someone want to be used.
Hello?
He's singing copyright. I love the way the Predator looks.
He has abs.
He's different.
He has a fucking 24 pack.
Right?
Fucking 8-pack. That nigga got muscles on his muscles.
Because usually like the Predator can stand straight up. If you look at it when he's got an arch to his back, he also
It's a totally different vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's dead.
Oh, kill it before it kills the dog. We know how this. Oh my god, do not kill the dog.
No.
This is how you lose respect.
Oh.
Oh. Well, that's
different. Oh, whoa.
Oh, he is ugly.
As Arnold Schwarzenegger once said, "You are one ugly motherfucker."
It's like a ricochet thing.
Yeah. Did you cock it? You didn't cock it. Oh!
Did it just meow?
Maybe.
Damn.
We should go. Tommy.
Oh no.
This is as far as I go. This is it.
No.
Bring it home.
Be smart.
Whew.
Oh, it used its own bone against him. Oh. Oh, the predator was mad. Didn't like the little bug bite.
The predator was made. How do you go home?
Well, you bring the thing that killed.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point now, you're better off. She's better off trying to finish the hunt.
Yep.
Because you know, if she goes home and her mother sees her without either either the trophy or her brother's body, you know that could go one of two ways for her. Right now, she thinks she lost both of them, probably. This is different. We don't get these kind of scenes in these movies. This is different.
That was a cut.
She's like, how can I attach this to a rope and throw it at somebody while it shoots? Woohoo! If that's not a switchblade, I don't know what is. Ah, I see what she's doing.
She's setting up a trap.
Uh-huh.
We're in the end game.
Don't eat styrofoam. There you go.
Eat it, eat it, eat it.
Okay. Send me $19.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Code on Cash App for 15% off of a PlayStation game or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to use that for whatever you're thinking about getting me, or do you want to just use that for Saints Row?
Saints Row.
I think it'll be more cost effective to use it on the thing you're thinking about getting me because it costs more.
Okay, that's fine. Is there an expiration date for it?
No. Well, yeah.
What's the date?
You guys getting Saints Row?
Yes.
7 days.
Okay, then we'll just use it on Saints Row because I'm not gonna have the money in 7 days.
Just pay me back.
Yeah.
Just pay me back.
Hey,
It'll be more cost effective to use.
We'll talk about it later.
Off.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay. Use the Cash App.
We talked about this.
Because all these fees are crazy, sir.
It's fine. It's 88 cents.
Yeah, but then that's another $1 for me to put in Cash App.
Okay, I'll get a Cash App card. Okay.
Don't get it right now.
No, I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it later. You go. Dang. He really does not see her as a threat.
You're gonna stick it in the mask, or just cut his head off. That works too.
He has a thing about it, actually. He likes cutting people's head off.
Maybe he's polyamorous. He likes getting head from everyone.
I mean,
Oh!
I wonder what it feels like.
What?
Yeah, because he's such an advance. Like the shot to the head didn't really mean anything.
Right.
It kind of stunned it. So I'm curious what it felt like to him, or Ooh.
Woo! Nice. Oh, I love how it looks at its arm like you didn't just. What the? It's kind of like, you know, guns that have like the.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
can
Watch,
use it.
Zachary. I do agree. He's like, these are my weapons. This is not fair. Okay, that definitely just broke her spine, but we agree the disbelief is very much strong here, so like we're just gonna leave it alone. Okay, I would try to exit the premises as fast as possible.
Oh,
Wow, didn't expect that one. Ah, this is the story of how the Predator decided to use it, how to get its armor.
yeah. Probably. This guy comes back to him and goes, "Listen, we need something stronger than a piece of skull." The mud.
Okay, but it's a fucking Predator. It can't just die like that. See, good. Glad to stay true to the form. Ooh. Oh, he's not kind of mad anymore. He's pissed.
Uh-huh. Wouldn't you be? She ripped off one of his mandibles.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Zachary. I
Look,
know she's watch. I know what she's doing.
ah,
Yeah, even though like practically like you don't really need to take it home, I would take it home. I don't think you can eat alien for dinner, but
no.
I'd still
Tastes like
take it home.
chicken.
Probably does.
Because you know everything else tastes like chicken.
Ah, just bring the head. That makes sense. They're like,
We need to work to ease your chances around.
Whatever you say.
The dog didn't die.
No.
See, if I was hopeful, the dog would have died.
Okay, people said to watch the credits because it does something involving Predator stuff.
Okay.
Don't know what though.
All right. Well, I'm watching very strongly. Best scene in the movie, for sure.
I love that if someone fell asleep during this, they wake up to the credits, they go, "This is basically the film. This is the gist of it." I love that the Predator has a green head.
Well, it's very green. You know, Envy.
She was great.
I mean, also, you should sit through it just because they, had to take time to do that. Okay.
Okay.
I sat through a lot for I love how they're like, we need to put the company in here somewhere, but we don't know where, so we're just gonna tag it on at the end and call it like, oh yeah, the company.
I love the fact that their post-credit scene was a drawing.
Well, they definitely were like, we do not have the budget for this. So why even attempt it? All right.
That was a brisk 1 hour 32 minutes.
So I have some thoughts. I have some opinions.
Well, I would hope so.
One, I think the movie is fine. The words here I'm going to use are fine. There's a few very cool moments and stuff, but once you get down to those last 30 minutes, I did check at the hour mark. Those last 30 brisk minutes that feel like it takes no time, I think it turns really, really fun and really, really strong. And I think the opening is strong enough that I would say it does square out to what a great movie should have: a good opening and a great ending. I think this movie has both a great opening and a great ending. Also, I always enjoy a story like this, which is more like a thriller than like a horror or anything or those lines, that builds upon itself. That if you don't pay attention, where you think, oh, that log's not going to matter later on, and then the log ends up mattering. Type of thing. I enjoy those types of stories, and I think this did it very well. And with the type of character they built around her, I think it also suited the character really well, to the point where I was like, this is good. Did a good job with the writing. I think like I said, there's a few moments here that I really, really liked. I really enjoy the idea of the axe on the rope. Movies, watch this movie and figure out how to incorporate that into your action films, as I want to see it more. That right there piqued my interest more than a lot of this movie did. And I could literally go back and rewatch that sequence of her throwing the axe through the trees. I don't know how long, but it's going to be a long time. It's going to be on repeat for a while. Moral story.
Zemo dancing.
I don't know. I thought it was good. I thought it was fun. To answer some of the questions that we had at the very beginning, I think I would have put this on streaming. I think I would have had a great time in theaters, though. I just don't really think there's profit here. I think repeat view is really good, but I don't really know how many people would actually go see it to realize the repeat viewing is really good. Whereas on streaming, a lot more people are going to click on it just because of the fact it's on streaming.
Right.
You have Hulu, new movie, I'll click on it, type of thing. And so I think this was a much more liable result for what Disney had to choose between.
Yeah.
I think it would have probably been like a mid-range 40 for its total. I'd say it probably opened with a 10. Predator has really hurt its image and things, and the trailers for this weren't really well received. It wasn't until the reviews started coming out that people were like, "No, guys, this is a good movie," and so I don't know if there was enough time in between. That's my opinion on it. I thought it was really good. I'm gonna give it an A minus, um, and probably like an 8 or a 7.5, 7.5 to an 8. I'm not really sure where it is, but somewhere in there.
Just to put it in context for everybody, he doesn't give these kind of movies that high of a score. So if he liked it that much, then you'll probably like it too.
I think this is a very I think anybody could watch it. I think a lot of people, if you like action films, you can disbelieve a lot of things. I mean, you're
Yeah.
dealing with an alien. I think you're gonna have a great time. If you're gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, that can never happen," or "This can never happen," or things like that, then by the end of the film, you're gonna not like it just because you have already uncredited it and things. And there's a lot of things in here that surely would never happen. Doesn't matter what time period you put it in.
Right.
Um, Also, with all the jumping from the trees and the way she handles herself and things, remind me a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn,
Hmm.
which would make
Does
me
this make
feel
does
a
this make
little
you more
more.
excited for the Horizon show coming out on Netflix at all?
It makes me a little more confident. But on the top side here, depending on the budget for that, just like the budget for this, the things they spent their money on looked amazing.
And
The
the
things
things
they
they
didn't spend the
didn't?
money on, you could very tell animals that they were not real. The deer, specifically in the beginning of the movie, and then also the bear. There's certain sequences of the bear where I was like, "Oh," but once again, I don't know if that's based on the fact I'm watching it at home because normally I
Hmm.
don't really notice those things if I'm watching it in theaters. Like when we eventually do watch The Gray Man, I'm sure there's gonna be many moments where I'm like, "That was a choice." But in
Yeah.
theaters, I only noticed like one or two where I was like, "Yeah, that no." There's like one scene specifically where I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You can't afford it? Don't pay for it. And that's the same thing here. I think everything is necessary. We wouldn't have the cool shot with the blood if we didn't have the bear. So it was worth the crappy CGI to get to the cool sequences that were involved with it, in my
You can
opinion.
definitely tell most of the money for the movie went into the Predator suit, and it showed.
Yeah.
The costume for the Predator in this was incredible. Um, yeah, no, this lived up to every expectation I had. I I I I love a movie that relies simply on visual storytelling. Visual storytelling to me is, I think, harder to pull off than audible storytelling, like where you're talking. I think what this movie does so well, I think it a lot goes to Amber Midthunder, who played Naru in the movie. She was able to be such a visual storyteller just with her face, and you could see through her eyes how the story was playing out. Um, you
She is
know,
from CW, by the way.
there are. I also like the fact that the movie didn't, put up subtitles for the Frenchman. Like I think it made that Grogu, stop it. I think it made it more, ominous, like why they were there, what were they doing there, how they find it, that kind of stuff. I thought the stay down. I thought the kills in the movie. I like the fact that when we first see him interact with humans, they hide the killing just to give you that sense of dread of like, oh no, what's he doing to these people? And then by the time we get to the end, you see him do crazy shit to people. Uh, I thought the dynamic between both Naru and her brother was very good. I thought both of them were really really good. I will agree with most people. I feel like the most character development went to both Naru and her brother. The other Comanche warriors, they were there, and they felt organic within the story, but they didn't have much to do, so therefore we really need to get to know them as well. I feel like I had more character development with that dog than most people in the movie, which is interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, the way that I think what I think the reason Predator still holds up from when it came out back in 1986 to now is simply because of the fact that in that movie they barely show the Predator. he's not on screen as often as you would want him to. So when he shows up, it's terrifying because you don't see him as often during the movie. And also, it's just one predator. It's not two. It's not 15. It's just one. And I think what the Predator franchise has lost since the original movie is, like everybody loved the idea and concept of a Predator. Just keep putting more and more and more and more of them in the movie, and people will instantly love the movie. Clearly, that's not the case because it hasn't been that way since Predator 2 up to this point. And I like the fact that this movie went back to basics when it comes to this kind of idea of storytelling. It's simple, it's to the point. The music is simple and on point. Not a lot of dialogue. You're mainly going off of the visual aids that they give you. And this reminded me a lot of watching The Northman this year. And I'll let enough. I don't know how I can bring this up in this movie, but I can. It reminded me of watching the Batman a lot too, and how both Northman and Batman, which are my top 5 of the year so far, simple premises, but they're able to explain them in more complicated ways. And again, this is a simple premise, but that one singular performance can get you from point A to point B, and you feel like the movie's been well rounded. And with Northman, it was Skarsgård. With the Batman, it was Pattinson, and here it was Midthunder. Like they were able to carry the movie just with their eyes, and I feel like that's a strong attribute in any actor to have, and that you don't need to be talking on screen every single scene that you're in, but it's just the way you're looking at everything and how you're giving off that visage to people.
Do you hold on, Zachary? Here, I'll mute myself. You continue talking.
But I absolutely love this movie, and I know some people right now are calling this the best Predator movie ever. I highly disagree. I still have more fun. I think Predator has more rewatchability than Prey does, but Prey to me is what the Predator franchise should have been. There are a lot of franchises out there right now, like Alien and Terminator specifically, that I feel as though if they got this treatment, I think they would be better for it in the long run. I really think Terminator should do like a 40 to 50 million dollar, movie, go back to basics, get rid of all the crazy stuff we've been trying to do. Same thing with Alien. I think it would benefit both franchises very, very well to do a softer reboot and go what Prey did, because both Terminator and Alien, much like Predator, have been going so off the chagrin that what Prey shows me is that if you can focus your IP again on what made it so special and get it back to its roots, then you can put yourself in a safer spot. I think if both Terminator and Alien did a 45 to $50 million reboot on their properties like this, I think both Terminator and Alien could be saved if they wanted to try. I really, really do. So I think this, I honestly, because of the word of mouth over the past 3 days, how well it's doing with the critics, people are excited about Predator again. And if you ask anybody, no one's excited about Alien right now, and no one's excited about Terminator because of how bad these past couple of sequels they've done have put that name in the ground. And for the longest time, that was the Predator before this came out. That movie completely botched the name Predator for the longest time, more so than both Predators and Predator 2, without standing at anything else going on within the production, just the movie itself. And I have talked to so many people at work that have watched this movie and are now excited about Predator again. So I think if they went back and did this with both Terminator and Alien, I think it'd be a huge hit for both franchises. So I love this movie. This gets an A- for me as well, and it gets an 8 out of 10. The CGI on some shots is choppy, but and I feel like the middle could have been paced a little bit better.
Thank you, babe. Yeah, I don't know if it can be paced better.
Yeah, just the nuggets in the burger, right?
Yes. I don't know if it could be paced better, and I only say this for one reason, and that is the fact they're building so you would have all the pieces for the final fight to work so efficiently like it does. I think it is worth the payout of it. that I don't really know if I changed the order of certain things or anything along those lines. Because I think it's really cool. There's like a few elements that I really enjoyed. One of those was showing the predator hunting,
Mm-hmm.
which are scenes that bog down the movie a little, in my opinion, but I think are so cool and so necessary
Yeah.
to the movie. I mean, and then they bring it back with the fact that her brother, she could escape because her brother used the dog or the wolf
Mm-hmm.
mouth, to attack. And so it did make it mean something in the end, because if without that scene, you would have no idea. You would
I
just
love the
assume
fact
it's on
that
the
every
person.
piece of this movie has some kind of payoff, either by the end.
Yeah, and so I don't really know, but I also, like I said, I really enjoy the fact looking at Predator and Prey in such an interesting light, and also looking at her. I would love to understand why, and all the different reasons why he never found her specifically, like, you know, a
Because every
predator.
time, up to the point of the end of the movie, she hadn't done anything to show that she was worthy of being hunted. When she
That's true.
when he sees her fighting the lion, she's not a threat to that lion. Whenever he sees her with the Comanche warriors after she's caught, she's caught. She's not fighting. She's not a physical threat. When she is in the cage at the war camp, she's in a cage again. She's not physically attacking anybody. Everybody's going after her. And so in their eyes, the predator's eyes, he sees it as like she's not a physical imposing threat to these people, because every time I've seen her so far, she is not she's not attacked. Like with the bear. The
Mhm.
bear was chasing her, not the
That's true.
reversal. So when she ran away, the predator easily could have ran after her and caught her, but instead he was like, she's running away. She's not worth my time. I'm going to go after something that's going to be giving me a challenge. And up to that point, there was no challenge given to him.
Okay. The other thing I always like to do right before we end things is go over the critic consensus, where it lies on IMDb, where it lies on Letterboxd and stuff, to see if our opinions line up with other people's opinions. It's been out long enough that we have a critics consensus and an audience say. I'm going to let Zachary go ahead and do our fun game of guessing of where he thinks certain things lie, and I can tell him if he's close or not. So, where do you think the Rotten Tomato is?
I'm going to go 92% critic and 91% audience.
All right, is it 92%? I don't know if you looked that up or not, but that's okay
No.
if you did. It is a 92% for it's certified fresh, with 218 reviews, and a 79% for audience score. A lot of audience don't come on Rotten Tomatoes to score things, so it normally isn't, the number doesn't matter. For instance, if this would have got released in the theaters, the numbers for 218 reviews would be much lower. I'd say probably between 70 to 80, with eventually getting up to high numbers, possibly, but it would have taken a lot longer. Due to streaming, you don't have to go to theaters to see it, which means you don't have to plan around press events and things like that. It's a lot easier to market a movie, at least in that regard. The critic consensus is the rare action thriller that spikes adrenaline without skimping on character development. Praise a Predator prequel done right. The audience says if you can look past some dodgy effects, Prey is pretty much a back to basics Predators installment fans have been waiting years to see. Exactly what Zachary said. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have an opinion on the Predator, whatever, but for the beginning part, it's also exactly what I said. Zachary, where do you think it lies on Letterboxd? Letterboxd is a 1 to 5 star rating. So just gotta
I
pick
would go
somewhere there.
4.5.
All right, that's a bit too high for a movie that's been viewed a lot. But then again, we do have Everything Everywhere at Once. So I guess maybe it's not too high. It is sitting at a 3.7,
That's not bad.
which is great. Most reviewers ended it on a 4 star with 41.8 thousand people rating it
Wow.
4 stars. And then lastly, before we hop off here, about IMDb. IMDb, out of all these things, is the least accurate because it can be persuaded really easily. You don't have
Yeah.
an account to review it. You can just put your rating on there without any problem. So a lot of things get review bombed and so forth like that. A movie like this, for instance, would particularly get review bombed. For the simple fact, as a female lead, it's an action thriller with a female lead, and also
people are
deals with Native
idiots.
Americans.
Because again, people are idiots.
So this would be woke cinema at its finest,
But
according
it's not.
to certain people. So with that in mind, knowing the type of site that it is, where do you think it lays?
5.5.
Okay. It's actually a 7.2 out of 10. With
Color me shocked, IMDb. Color me shocked.
with an 82,000 people coming in to rate it. So, yeah, Prey popped off. You know, all right, that's Prey for you. I think we all agree. I think it's about in the same place that we had all put it in. You know, and yeah,
I'm just happy it's good.
it is
It's nice
good.
to watch. It's happy to watch a good Predator movie. It's been a while since I've watched a good Predator movie.
And it's not. And I was a little nervous going into it that I'd be overhyped. But by the time we got around to watching it, it wouldn't be worth it because it would be so overhyped.
Yeah.
And I don't think that at all. I think, especially like I said, that last 30 minutes are so strong.
It's
A lot
so
of the problems
good.
I had in the beginning made up for the last 30 minutes.
Mhm.
Plus the tree scene and the blood with the bear.
That's such a great reveal to your character by doing it that way. It was so cool.
Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the movie commentaries for the month. I'd also like to mention right now, because we haven't really talked about it yet on the channel, podcasts and things are put on hold. Zachary had a few ideas of doing things on his own. It's more like a me thing, not a Zachary thing. And so if anything big comes out, D23 is right around the corner or anything like that, that he immediately wants to talk about and cover, he has free range to cover
Are you
at
kidding?
will and do whatever he wants. This is Weekend Movie Bros, not Weekend Movie Jacob. So he has all range and things.
I'm
for the
telling
time,
everybody right now, D23 will be covered on this channel. Apparently, we are getting some shit.
I am personally only partaking in movie commentaries at the moment. We'll see if that will change in the near future. But it had been a while since we took a break from the podcast. So yeah, the final episode that was planned, I would much rather end there. But I just don't think I have it in me to do it. So just wanted to address it, before we go weeks and weeks and weeks without people being like, what the fuck is going on here? Alrighty, movie commentaries. So what are the next one?
So I picked Prey.
Yes.
So you're the next one.
Did I go forward with it? Should we do it? We'll do it.
What are we
We'll
doing?
fucking do it. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick The Gray Man. I think it'll be a fun commentary and be a good time.
Huh? You flipped it. I thought you were going to say Mom.
No, not Mom. It's fine. I'll do The Gray Man. That will be between the week of the 21st and the 27th. And we're going to end out the month with the group pick, which is weird. We normally don't end it out with the group pick, but we're going to end it with the group pick. And Zachary, what is the group pick of the month for August?
Well, he works in Gamma Sector 4 looking for outside space, hunting.
It's Lightyear.
people and- Thanks for letting me get the build up there, buddy.
we're gonna watch
appreciate that.
Lightyear. In between the 28th and the 31st, or the 28th and the 3rd of September, we'll figure out which day works the best. As you guys can tell, there is a week here where we're missing. That is because will have extra house guests, and it's just not possible. So
Nope. We've already
We're
talked
taking
about
a
it
week
and
off.
established.
Yep. All right. And that's everything. All right, Zachary, if you want to go ahead and pop on that outro.
Thank you guys very much for watching. As always, like, rate, subscribe. Go check out our audio only stuff over on Spotify. We know we are over there. We appreciate your support over there. Make sure to leave down a comment in this video right here. Let us know what your favorite Predator movie is. What should they do with Predator moving forward? Do you think we'll get a Predator sequel again? I hope we do. Genuinely, I hope we do. But I hope they keep it anthology. As always, make sure to just hang out on the channel.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do a TV show or something next.
I want an anthology film in feudal Japan with the guy who played Scorpion fighting a predator. That's what I want, and I'll be happy after that.
Well, he has plans. I don't think they're going to work out. But
no, he's working on a dumb Mortal Kombat sequel.
Hey, not many people like Mortal Kombat, i.e. you, but I did enjoy Mortal Kombat, i.e. me. So,
That's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next commentary where we watch a guy called the Gray Man. He is great, and he's a man.
Honestly, that's a really good way to describe Ryan Gosling in that movie. Gray and a man.
End it.
Your song.
I don't have it in me.
Da, 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 da.
No, time.